Hey, everybody, and welcome to the very first of the Nerd Log, where we go over some of the recent changes in the New Relic platform, talk about kind of what they mean for our users, and talk about exciting stuff, exciting new ways to use New Relic and do observability. With me is Jonah.
Hi, I'm Jonah.
Hey. Head of the Relicans and part of this whole big new crazy fun stream thing that we're up to. I'm seeing them a little cropped, which means that no one can see my gorgeous hair, so that's why I'm messing with the camera for just a bit. Oh, still gotta give it a little more. Just give me a little more. There we go. There we go. Now she's in. And our first guest, the very first guest on the new call, is Shachar, who's going to show us some stuff with ServiceNow, I believe.
Hello, everybody. So yeah, today we're going to talk a little bit about our integration into ServiceNow within a product called Incident Intelligence.
So tell me a little bit about the sort of concept of incident intelligence. I know a big thing for me back when I was doing production software is that it's one thing to get kind of a ping or an alert or something saying, telling you something, but very often those are they're kind of context free, right? And sometimes they're even the naming on them is just like some random string of numbers and letters, has not enough memory. And so you're really kind of just left wondering what's going on. Talk to me a little bit about incident intelligence.
Yeah, so Incident Intelligence is a product within the Alerts and AI group in New Relic. So together, New Relic Alerts and Applied Intelligence form a flexible and centralized notification system that unlocks the operational potential of New Relic. Alerts is a single tool to manage alert policies and alert conditions, letting you focus on the metrics that you care about. And Applied Intelligence helps you find, troubleshoot, resolve problems faster. Specifically, it's a hybrid machine learning engine that reduces alert noise, correlation incidents, and automatically detects anomalies.
So, and we're integrating today with ServiceNow. Now, I had actually not heard this before, so I'm sure this is true of many of the people on our stream. So let's start with what is ServiceNow? What do people use it for?
Sure. So ServiceNow is a common tool for enterprise customers. It's a SaaS platform for IT service management, also known as ITSM. It helps automate IT business management. It is designed based on the ITIL guidelines to provide service-oriented tasks, activities, and processes.
Okay.
ITIL guidelines? Is that what you said?
Yes.
What is an ITIL guideline? Our enterprise customers of ServiceNow likely knows what that means, but I don't. It's a different thing. So ServiceNow, we've got the instance, and then we have ServiceNow, and there's a brain inside New Relic. You said AI about it. That's pretty exciting. But the point of that is that we're using it to decide which alerts or incidents you might actually care about, as opposed to just a constant stream of things showing up.
Well, yes. So if we look at the different data models that we have in our product, we have incidents. So incidents are groups of events that describe the symptoms of your system over time. These symptoms are detected by our monitoring tools, which evaluate your data streams and events. So that's what we refer as incidents. We have issues, which is a bigger object. And these are groups of incidents that describe the underlying problem of your symptoms. When a new incident is created, then Incident Intelligence opens an issue and then evaluates other open issues for correlation. So that's the technical jargon. If somebody wants to find a different example from a parallel thing. So if somebody's ill, let's say, God forbid, has COVID and they're coughing, so a cough would be a symptom, and treating just a symptom would not solve the underlying problem, which is the original COVID. So the issue would correlate several of these symptoms that would eventually help the user understand what is going on,
So we have
instead of going and treating each one of them.
Incidents are like this bottom layer. Like I have in a very simple application, let's pretend I have an application with like two parts. And this one, the API is slow, and this one's having a hard time connecting to its service it's trying to talk to. Those are both incidents where this one's having a hard time getting information from its service, and this one's API is failing. And it turns out that they're correlated because they're talking to each other under an issue. And the issue is the problem that we then can track all that work with. So you have incidents are kind of like our bottom layer, and then there's issues.
Yep.
And then the brain.
Yes. So okay. That's about incident intelligence and issues. And what we came today to talk about is how we integrate that into ServiceNow. So like we said, ServiceNow is a common product that is being used broadly, and a lot of users want to manage their incidents within ServiceNow. So what we're seeing here on my screen is the destinations section under incident intelligence, which, like I said, is part of the alerts and AI. To get here, either from the top menu, alerts and AI, and pick the destinations, or just on the left side menu, click on destinations. This would get you to this screen where you select ServiceNow, and this is the management screen of the existing destinations. To create a new one, then you would come here, and this is the screen to configure your ServiceNow destination. You give it a name, like my ServiceNow demo integration. You type in the domain, the ServiceNow domain, your username and password. In order to set up a two-way integration. So without this, it would be just one way from New Relic into ServiceNow. Two-way integration, just follow the steps here. Pretty simple, less than 1 minute of configuration. This would allow to mirror the states between the two products. So if an issue is closed in New Relic, it would close the ServiceNow incident. If a status change, let's say it was high and it escalated to critical, then that would be reflected in ServiceNow. But it would also support the other way around. So if the process in a specific organization is to close incidents within ServiceNow manually, then closing the incident in ServiceNow would communicate back into
a little bit on this on the page, just in
enhance.
Case we have.
Yeah, make the text bigger. Yeah,
there, we love it. We love it.
I can see so many things now.
All right. We didn't make the cool sound effect from Blade Runner, but that's okay.
Zoom.
the zoom.
I'm not used to seeing this screen so big.
Yeah, it makes us all feel like we're Mr. Magoo, but it is nice to have. So that two-way integration, that really stands out to me because, for myself, I think one of the situations in a larger org that you end up doing is sometimes your communication is not perfect. Maybe you have a chat channel or something, but still communication is not perfect. And I've multiple times found myself kind of running down an issue, trying to analyze it that was resolved, 20 minutes ago, and, that's all well and good if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm a little more upset that, that didn't propagate through. So having a two-way integration where, the people who are, sort of hooked into ServiceNow, that resolution will propagate through. That seems like a pretty nice thing to have once your org has reached that size.
Yeah, indeed. So this is super helpful. Further down, we can see the ability to customize the message. So each organization that uses ServiceNow has a different set of fields and a different configuration. And this dynamic, flexible interface allows you to map different New Relic fields and attributes into those ServiceNow fields. So by default, we have something like this, but we can always add like a custom field. So if I have like a demo field, so I'll just add it here, and I'll say this is demo text, and then I would save this, and then the next time that an issue would be created, then it would send it to ServiceNow. We can see here that I used static text here, but you can also use variables that at runtime would be populated with the real values of the different attributes.
Oh, see, I so love this. Just on the off chance that, in my org, the self URL or the details or whatever have different values, the fact that you can, or different kind of meanings, the fact that you can go in here, actually think about what details would be useful while that propagates and how should they be labeled. That's so nice, right?
This looks like liquid. Is that what that is? Those are liquid tags?
No, the syntax is a templating language called Jinja. That under it all, it's JSON.
Cool.
So let me show you how the issue would look in ServiceNow. So the issue would create a ServiceNow incident. And like we see, like short description, I shared the title from the issue. So we got the value here. We got in the description those bunch of values. We can see them here. And we have the demo field. Here's my demo text. So pretty cool. And if things get updated, so like I said, if there's like, we talked about correlation. So if there's more incidents, then whichever field we mapped those values to, then that would get updated with the additional text and title, state, you name it.
That is really neat. That especially, for these large orgs where it's a lot of pieces to run together, it's pretty nice that we have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Shachar, was there anything else you wanted to show us about this integration? We got 2 more guests on today, so we got a lot of stuff to cover. But I want to make sure that you get your time.
No, I think the main takeaways are that there's this capability. So we kind of talked about 2 things, right? So we talked and we described the differences between incidents and issues, and a little bit about what incident intelligence is. And we also talked about the capability to share those things into ServiceNow in a 2-way integration to have that mirror of the issue within ServiceNow incident.
Yeah, this is really great because when I find myself talking about, any kind of like notification or alerting or that kind of system, it can be great that you can measure more stuff in more detail. But when you start saying, oh, you'll get warned about it, you'll get warned about this, you'll get warned about that, a lot of people, who have done this for some time, it's a real pain point, right? That they are already getting a ton of notifications that have very little meaning. So the ability to add a little more context, anytime you get that, that's better, right? More alerts, less alerts. The big thing is, hey, I want to be able to get this little bit more context and see, so critically with this concept of like connecting these incidents is see if what else is breaking at the same time to give us that very first clue of like what direction should we be looking in.
Yep.
Okay, this is fantastic. I think we're gonna put a little like scene transition graphic up. Mia, our tireless producer here, is going to give us a little transition.